It's the leader. He's the wizard. He's forcing the mouth open.
Well, stop him. Kill him or something.
My dagger is gone. You kill him.
Not me. It's bad luck to kill a wizard.
Wait. There's a better way to take care of a wizard.
Hello there, initiates. Hope you guys are having a good day. We're just going to talk today a little bit about Swedish, but then we kind of get into the evolution of Ante. Really enjoying our new. It's everything is unsleeved, so that does kind of boycott all those moxes and things we made. But it's unsleeved. It's got a little specific rules here and there, but it really feels great to play it. Just endless possibilities, budget options, you name it. I'm hoping to get some people playing this a little bit, try it out. We're trying to do a Cincinnati event. We've been trying for years, so I get that. But hopefully we'll get something put together, and this is maybe the direction we want to go. Just get a really nice, cool, decent-sized Ante event put together. So hope you guys enjoy this. There's probably still details to be worked out in the fine print, but I think we're getting pretty close. Enjoy your day.
Oh, so are you? So are you guys?
Tech, but...
Is this your secret tech for Thrash Bash?
I don't know. Yeah, like everything right now is like, yes, Swedish is the new hotness. You know, like I think one of the derbies, like the next Winter Derby is going to be Swedish. Thrash Bash is gonna be Swedish. Everything's Swedish right now. It's the new Hulk Hogan or whatever. It's really popping off. So I don't know. Eric's like I hate it, but I mean it's not. I've seen worse. I don't know. I don't mind not having. It's one strip, which I kind of dig that. It's not bad. And then no freaking hymns. That seems all right.
Yeah, I don't think I've ever played Swedish. I guess I will. Come Thrash Bash.
America for life, pure American beer. We got
you show
four-egg strip. Fallen Empires, not a fan, dude. I keep thinking of cool decks with Fallen Empires cards, man. Entire set?
How many good Fallen Empires cards are there? I don't know.
The Ebon Hand, dude. Like our team.
I get that, but
yeah,
that's
somebody needs to break somebody needs to break some Fallen Empires cards so that these boxes go up in value. I don't know what the fuck I'm gonna do with all these things.
How many boxes do you have? Like 6 or 8 or
11?
11 boxes of Fallen Empires. Said no one ever since the last 30 years. Oh, damn.
Yeah. It's like almost 700 packs of Fallen Empires. I don't know what the fuck I'm gonna do with them.
They're not moving that fast?
No.
No? you do all this wheeling and dealing magic, and one of these days you're just going to get stuck with something like a massive amount of homelands or something, and that's just it. No one will buy them.
Well,
be forever tied up in inventory.
I don't know. I'm not a very smart businessman, so like I buy all these collections with like really expensive shit in it, and then I sell all the non-expensive shit, and then I get stuck holding all this expensive stuff that nobody wants to pay for.
Yeah.
So I've got like if somebody were to come over and be like, "Hey, let me look at your collection," it would be like really amazing. But the truth is, like, these are just like heavy bags that I don't want to hold anymore.
So I hate no mana burn. That is, for me, the worst thing about Swedish. Magic shit.
Yeah. I don't understand why there isn't mana burn in Swedish. I thought it was supposed to be like the purest.
Yeah, the purest original style, original stuff. That's why we're not even going to Fallen Empires. We're reliving these days. No mana burn.
But didn't like original Magic have mana burn?
Oh hell yeah, dude! Man,
Yeah.
that's all I played. You know, it was weird. I came back and there was none. I'm like, what? Like I went to some thing sitting there, and I'm just taking points of damage. The guy's like, "What are you doing?" I'm like, "Oh, I
Yeah.
2 point of mana burn there." Like, what? Like, no, that's not a thing in Magic. I'm like, hell yeah, it is. Like, what are you talking about? No.
Yeah, because it makes like it makes certain cards just a lot more busted, and then it makes
Sushi.
other cards just fucking terrible.
Yeah, like Suchi's just weird, you know.
Yeah.
That's the cool part of it is you might get burned for 4 for running that thing. You know, that should have that downside.
But it completely like I was sitting there thinking it completely makes what's that card with the dude that's getting like electrocuted through his brain?
Power Surge.
Power Surge, it makes it worthless. You can't.
Yeah, those cards that totally don't even work. Yeah.
You have a good story about that, right, Dad? You joined a Swedish tournament with a Power Surge deck?
Yeah. No, I was close. I think I pulled it out the day before. Like I had the picture done and I was about to submit the deck photo and I realized that Swedish there was Power Surge wasn't gonna work.
Dude, the deck was so cool too.
Yeah, it was like the Candelabra to untap their lands and with Mana Flare and burn them both ways and all this, and then the entire deck was irrelevant. I had to try to get this in the garbage.
Yeah, I don't know anything about Swedish other than I watched the there was a Twitch stream like a month ago with
NoobCon. Yeah, you watched the NoobCon finals.
That's what it was, NoobCon. And dude, like every single deck was just the deck. And if it wasn't the deck, it was just playing Sushi.
That's kind of how they it's kind of how they play over there. They play to win. There's not a lot of spicers, I don't think.
Yeah.
Which is fine. I mean, that's the thing. But even then, I think Mana Burn would add to it.
Damn it.
Yeah.
I mean, it should be. You should have Mana Burn and tap blocker should do no damage. I don't understand why those two things aren't part of any old school thing. Because the factory never blocked for as a 3/3. That was just stupid, and it's annoying. And it's everywhere. It screws up everyone's mana base because you got to run it. You should be able to just trade that sucker with a Savannah Lion or a Kurt 8%. You know, no, it's a freaking house. Everybody said that was not how the game was intended. So, anyhow, those are my gripes. And no promo cards. I mean, come on. Love me an arena. That's about the only one.
Well, can you guys hear me real fast?
Yeah.
All right, cool. I got it all fixed. All right, so the biggest problem is just like Sushi in every single deck. Like every deck gets to earn them. The Mana Burn does not help the format like at all.
It doesn't help anything, right? It just
gives every deck a 4/4, dude.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
It's awful.
I mean, at least they got workshop restricted because 4 shops and 4 Suchi would be really annoying.
Yeah, because it's real hard to get to 4 mana in old school.
Yeah. So you just play all the moxes and then you just always have these 4/4s. Like, I don't know, if just every deck is the same, dude.
That's what I noticed watching the NoobCon thing. It was just
I don't know if it's the format or just the way NoobCon is. Like, everyone's there to win a shark. Everyone's there to win, and they know the best decks. I don't know that, a Thrash Bash in Indiana is going to be endless deck mirrors. I just don't. I think it'll be a lot.
Old school's been spiky.
Like the problem with that though is that not Thrash Bash. Like, I'm not going to run the deck at Thrash Bash, but then there's going to be a bunch of people that aren't going to run the deck, right? They're going to play their stuff, but there's going to be like some people that are playing the deck, and then they'll just win. Probably. I don't know.
I don't know. The deck is hard though. You got to be a smart person to play the deck. I'll admit that. It's not like you just jam it. I don't know. It's trickier than you think. I've never officially built it, but I don't know. I might have tried it a little bit one time. But yeah, I don't know. You feel like you're kind of on the back foot all the time, but you're going to win. It's a weird thing. I don't know, but I think I've got all kinds of random stuff. I dig it. I think it's okay, but I'm not going to win either. So I'm not going to win. Literally, the way my life's been, it's been so busy and so much going on and everything. I'm just going through, just picking my favorite cards and putting like 2 of all of them in a day. It's a bunch of 2 of things I just enjoy playing, and it's like random outcomes and corny stuff. I'm like, yeah, this works. I'm cool with that. 1 strip mine should be all right. I mean, 4 time vault, 4 recall is kind of wild. Is Twiddle Vault like really strong? Or no?
Yeah, one NewCon.
Oh, okay. Okay.
It was last year it did from Lord of the Pit dude.
Okay,
yeah, it's like a top deck. It's at the
really
same contender as the deck, right? It's the deck and Twiddle Vault are about the same.
Yeah, because that seems pretty busted.
The problem is that like 1 strip mine holds, it just makes control decks so much better, dude. Yeah, the control, like America is so much better, dude. Like the 4 strip mine, like that's fine if they don't want to do Fallen Empires, but dude, 4 strip is where it's at. Well, that could be a new format right there. Is like no Fallen Empires, but allow the 4 strip mine.
I'm a fan. I still love 2 strips. I think 2 strips, 2 factory, 2 maze is cool. That way you're not. I mean, it's literally a group of cards you can count on one hand that impact so much of the deck builds and the gameplay.
For sure.
Why not just get rid of that?
Yeah, I usually like my sideboard going into a tournament is I never sideboard against the deck or workshops because I don't really care if they beat me. But like in this, I'm gonna just have to play like 10 cards against the deck, which just everything is just like solved in this format, dude.
I'm not expecting to see a bunch of deck players at Trash Bash. The Winter Derby, yeah, it's gonna be freaking packed with them. It's gonna be everyone from Europe, so I'm probably gonna tap out on that one.
Was thinking I might play like. I always play White Weenie, but like this is kind of a format to maybe try to make something shine with the White Knights because Abyss is what makes the deck so strong. So playing protection, like if you're gonna like plan this, like what can you play against Sushi and what can you play against the deck?
What is strong against the deck? As ATOG or something like super fast, right? Like super fast things and just make them have it.
Like Dust to Dust or like Shatterstorm is really solid against them. And then yeah, like fast stuff, but I don't know, they still stabilize. Like you have to be like a berserk. I like the counter to the deck is the mono green deck that you see everyone in Switzerland like in overseas play. It's like a 4 berserk giant growth ice storm deck with just like all 1 drops because the deck struggles with that when you have like 5 guys out.
Yeah,
and like Whirling Dervish
there were a bunch of those at the beginning of the NoobCon stream. There were a lot of those installed, but then it just ended like the top 8 was all the deck.
Yeah, like Whirling Dervish is like kind of probably the best card against the deck.
Really? Okay, cool. I dig that.
Yeah, Dervish and other people would probably not say Dust to Dust, but I think Dust to Dust is the best card against the deck.
I did like that the guy that won. I don't know. Listen to him. He was actually pretty cool. I for a deck player, I really enjoyed that he was on All Things Considered, and he was a pretty cool guy. But he's been at this since like day one, dude. He's been at this thing for a long time trying to tune it. He had ran 3 Shivan Dragons in his sideboard. He's like, please Blood Moon me, like I'm going to destroy you with Shivans. And I thought that was pretty awesome. I mean, he had a good take on a lot of things. So I don't know. Whatever. I just don't think that's going to happen. But I don't know. We'll see. That should be interesting. I guess I'm going to start decks to build for our community here. I need to do a little bit, get ready for some Thrash Bash. And we definitely got to start tuning some Alpha Dual Alliances because we got to go take these jokers down. Did we ever talk about the freaking flag scenario on here? Yeah, I guess we did. From Battle for Ohio. So yeah, we get a beef with the boys down south. We got to go do our best there. So we're gonna try a little bit of that. So we're gonna get our ass kicked, whatever. And then I don't know. I also wanted to talk about, Eric wants to do. I don't know, you want to talk about the thoughts for the world's biggest Ante event, essentially?
Yeah, I'm pretty interested in that. I guess I was planning to like release a date that week that Thrash Bash was released, but it's like around when I was gonna release it. So I don't know when I would want to do the Ante event. I almost like
I think before then, let's just try play it. Let's get the format dialed in a little bit and let people play it, right? So, and honestly, I feel like it. I don't know, I said this today. I think it should be called the as Garfield intended format, because just the way it's the way it is. So it's an ante format, 60 card deck. It's unsleeved, right? So that takes out all the cool shit that we made, the random Chaos War, all the Eben stuff's out the window. You're playing Ante unsleeved, which is cool. And then if you do Alpha through alliances, it's a huge card pool of a lot of different stuff. And then if we kind of use our standard Ante rule set, which I like our Ante rule set, but it's going to be a little bit different because of the no Eben boxes and things like that. Let's see, where are our rules? I don't know. I have to go to like one of the other guys' website. Go to shit. Where the hell is it? Eben Ante. There we go. It's got to be on here somewhere. So we were trying to figure out how best to do some rules without getting crazy. So one of the things that you mentioned, Eric, which is really smart, is all Ante cards must be Swedish legal. So that means your jewel birds have to be Arabian Nights. And your contracts have to be unlimited. And it keeps all Ante cards Swedish legal. I think that's a good way to just cut that down. If we're doing a full day of the event, you'll have a 60 card deck, which will be your main deck. You have a 15 card sideboard, and then a 15 card main deck. And those are 15 cards that you can substitute in lost to Ante.
Sorry, did you say sideboard though?
Yeah, 15 card sideboard. So you got a
Oh, I didn't know that.
Yeah, you got a 60 card deck and a sideboard, just like normal. But you're gonna play what, 5 rounds or something like that? Maybe it should be smaller. Well, how big is your main deck? These are because you might have something really key to your strategy and you lose at game 1. You don't want to sit around staring at the wall all day the rest of the day, right?
No, definitely. I was afraid of that. Yeah.
So I mean, 15 is probably a bit aggressive. So how many matches are you gonna? Well, we're gonna play.
We're gonna play 6 or 7 matches, so just like 6 cards on the side or something.
But those are 2 out of 3 games. So if you play, even if you play,
15.
Yeah, if you play 5 matches, you could potentially burn through. Could lose full 15 cards, but
yeah.
So what do you think the main deck size should be?
Just keep it OG, 60-15.
Well, 60-15 is your side. Well, you need full 15 sub cards. You're gonna lose 15. That's a lot. You got to feel a little pain at some point, right? You've been relying on your Zernorp all day and you've lost it 11 times. I mean, that's pretty funny.
I mean, just do like, what if you did like 5? What if you did 5 cards that you can replace, but they have to be in your deck already?
Yeah, exactly.
That way you're not just like, oh wow, I'm just gonna like have these 5 circle protection blacks because I expect black's gonna be popular.
Yeah, so they must be in your deck and can only be added after losing one, right?
So I'm already lost.
It's a normal day. It's a normal day. 60-15, but it's Ante.
Yeah.
So you get 5 extra cards that are not those, and then if you lose them, if you're running an Ivory Tower build and you really need Ivory Tower, those 5 cards might just be 5 Ivory Towers because you're going to be losing them throughout the day. You need them in there. I like 5. I think 5 is cool because it's still painful to lose it. What do you think?
I always feel like I'm the contentious one when it comes to things like that. But
that's why you're here, man. That's why we like you.
I think if you build a deck in an Ante format and it's all built around one card, then too fucking bad if you start losing them in Ante.
That's how I thought it was.
Yeah, I'm okay with that. I like the idea of using the term main deck because everybody bitches about it. I think it'd be funny.
Well, then you could play like I had planned on playing one of my win conditions in my sideboard, I guess. So if I lose it, I still have it in my sideboard.
Okay. Yeah. I mean, that's an option too. Yeah.
What about you just say to promote weirder deck building, you just say you got a 60 card deck, you got a 15 card sideboard.
I think that's fine because you can play your sideboard cards in your main deck. Yeah.
Well, it's not, and so if let's say we get this event together, maybe early February, I'm going to put up I got an extra Ancestral, I got an extra Time Walk. I'm going to put these up for prizes for top spice. Yeah. The main prize is going to be shit. You win the spice prize, it's going to be good. But to qualify, you're going to have to at least win 2 matches or 5 games. So it can't just be, just 60 pile of random ass 5-colored shit. You have to win some stuff to get into the bracket. I think that'd be a good way to encourage some people that might be like, all right, yeah, I really need an Ancestral. Let me go. It's just CE, but still, I mean, it's still a decent chunk, but I'll throw that in because I've replaced it. I've never sold it. I've been too lazy to put it on eBay. So I'm like, I'm going to put it up for top spice. Spice is always freaking, I don't know, some random throwing a bone or some bullshit with a dick on it. I'm like, no, huh?
This was on the podcast, so you're gonna do both a Time Walk and an Ancestral?
I got both of them. I don't know. I'm not sure just yet. It might depend on how many people are actually coming.
People are gonna give you shit. You said it on the podcast,
one of those.
Oh, we decided we're only doing the Ancestral. You said it, dude.
I don't know. Maybe yeah. I don't know. I think I'd love that. I don't know. Because I think Alpha Alliance is the biggest pool that's untouched. Because I find more and more crazy stuff in there that no one's spicing around that could actually be good. It's just it doesn't get explored. Everyone's just locked into Necro or whatever. And there's definitely a ton of cool cards.
We should make a rule that if you play Necro opponents in your deck, you have to wear a pink shirt. You just know who they are.
What can we have to give out to anyone caught with a Necro? Just a big pink hat with a feather in it or something like that. Just with a bunch of pink cowboy hats or something. Oh, hey, another Necro player. Here you go, buddy. You gotta wear that.
You have to. You don't get lunch. If you play Necro, you're not allowed to drink alcohol or something. Just yeah, I just, you're right though. This is such Alpha through Alliances. It's such a good format that is not changing because
let's get a bunch of dirty slut baseball.
They're only $8. So if you play
$8,
if we're gonna, you have to wear a dirty slut trucker hat. Wow.
Less nagging, more gagging.
Wow, I have never gone down men's funny hat pink. It's a good Google search for anyone bored. All sugar, no daddy. I can just get a whole ton of these. And whenever you see someone with Necro, you just walk them over and give them an after we fuck leave.
Oh,
so yeah, Necro's fully allowed, no problem.
Yeah.
Wow. Hurting for a squirting.
What do we do to incentivize Ante, but not only not wanting to necessarily win, but also playing cool cards that are like, dude, I don't want another 4th edition Hypnotic Spectre with the smoke turning into a penis. Like, I have so many of those. Like, how to play at least a fucking like revised unlimited Hypnotic. Like, play something cool.
You know, we need to go to that gas station and get some stuff.
Some of those shirts were insane. Before you judge if you judge my pit bull, I'll judge your kids. Insane t-shirt.
We're just gonna have like someone dressed as a cop, and it's like the necro cop, and he's gonna run around and put "I shaved my bush for this" hat on it.
Amazing.
Oh.
So does that mean we're not banning anything? We're just allowing cards, but if you do certain things, you have to wear ridiculous hats?
No, I mean, I think we talked about. I think I don't know. Maybe I'm. I was thinking maybe each of us could pick one card to restrict, but you know, like I think Zern's Orb or Zern Orb is just kind of ridiculous, especially with land tax. It's so good. I don't know. I mean, it's just like it's very dominant. I mean, Mox Monkey's out there, and it kind of wipes things out, which is good. I
think if I heard it right, you said that any like old school. Wait, no, you just said the Ante cards had to be
just Ante cards. So that's
so contract from below has to be unlimited, and birds has to be Arabian Nights.
Why don't you just make it? They all have to be like.
Because we're in Ice Age alliances, homelands. We got Apocalypse, Pains Land. There's a lot of stuff.
No, it's just don't want people to play revised cards. It's fine. 4th edition kind of stuff. I mean, but like if you want to play Earnum, like you don't have a revised Earnum. There's either 4th edition Earnum or Arabian Nights Earnum.
Chronicles,
like no one's gonna play Arabian Nights Serendib in Ante.
Well, maybe that's good.
Yeah, but like 7 people are going to show up to this event.
It does sound good because I'm not playing any Arabian Nights cards. It does sound good.
It does, but yeah, this isn't 40K, and I like random people being able to build a deck cheap. I mean, I like the idea that someone could drop $20, build a badass burn deck, and walk away with a full prize of this thing or something like that. I think that's what's cool about this whole Alpha Alliances is you can use icy manipulators and Ice Age swords and all that. That's cool. We're just trying to either that or we just say no freaking jewel bird. Just fuck it. I mean, that's also a decent option.
No, leave the dude. I want to win an Arabian Nights jeweled bird. That's badass.
Yeah, I think it'd be kind of cool. And then
unlimited contracts and shit. That's cool as shit.
Yeah, I think that's kind of fun because then you'd have a cool memorabilia to hey, I won this at the cockfight event or whatever, and so I mean, I'm still a fan of banning Mind Twist.
Can't ban anything. It's old school.
Really? All right. Yeah.
I don't like Mind Twist either, but
see, we had a Zern Orb in here. I don't know. I mean, that's the thing. So I mean, and some baller could roll up with their 40K. Franz could show up with a full original all Arabian Night Alpha deck and just roll people. I mean, that's kind of fine too.
Do we have contract? What's the one that's like you exile the top 7 cards you
Demonic Consultation? Yeah, so right now that is not banned. That's a pretty good one.
That's a huge fucking mistake.
That's a good one.
That's banned in every other like Alpha through Alliances format.
Is it banned in other formats?
It's restricted. Yeah, it's way too good. That means you get to play 8 Hymn to Torok. It has to.
Yeah, I mean,
you think of that card as like a combo card, but it's not. You just always name Hymn to Torok or like Hypnotic Spectre. It's just allowing you to play 8 of the best black cards. It has to be. Yeah, it's way too good.
All right, so we'll add Demonic Consultation to the.
Maybe blast the What's the mind whip, dude? Get it restricted. It's too good.
We're not restricting very mind whip. Mind whip's not. I mean, mind whip's cool. I admit I'm into
It's
mind
too
whip right
good.
now. I found the freaking sign one, and my buddy that does some painting was over here this morning. Yeah, he's gonna help me paint the outside of the house and need some stuff. And he's looking around. And he knows nothing about magic. He's like, "This looks like it's actually signed." I'm like, "Yeah, man, I got a signed mind whip on." And he's old enough, he freaking remembered. He's like, "Hell yeah, mind whip's a good card." I'm like, "Damn, really? I totally forgotten it existed until recently." And then I'm like, "Oh, all right." This guy remembers it from the originals, so.
Mind whip hype, dude. Restrict it.
Demonic consultation, yes. Mind whip, no. I guess the big one in question is Zern Orb.
Why is Shazara hard restricted? Take that off, dude. That's like a $500 card.
Well, this is the old. This is Ebon Ante. So
We
this is
definitely
gonna be
don't
a new.
want
This is gonna be a new
Shazara
set of
hard
rules.
restricted.
This is gonna
Dude,
be.
I want to win a fucking Arabian Nights rare. All Arabian Nights rares. Dude, unban Black Lotus. Shit ain't restricted.
So I mean, I think it'll be a little different rule set. I don't know if I can I copy this and just start doctoring it up. I don't know.
Yeah,
For sure. We should
Yeah,
just.
because it's a very different. Like this has the proxies and all that. It's a completely different format. That's why I say.
We kind of already know. We just need the restricted list, really.
Yeah, I mean, before we do like try to do an event, we should get some people playing it, see what the feedback is, that kind of stuff.
Dude, no restrictions at all on the Power 9. Play as much Power 9 as you do. If you want to play 6 Mox Pearls, you're allowed to.
No, it's right now it's restricted to 1.
But why? It's Ante. It's Ante.
Just limit of 4 of any card.
Yeah, dude. If someone wants to play Mishra's fucking workshops and Ante, dude, hell yeah.
Yeah, what about 4 balance though? Do you want 4 balance?
No. If it's like over like $500, yeah, no, not 4 balance, but no, just all the Power 9 workshops, Library of Alexandria. You can play 5 libraries if you want.
Hang on, I'm just gonna share the list here. All right. I moved it over here. So Ancestral Recall off the list. We can run 4 of those.
You can run 4. You can't run 4 balance. You can run 4 Black Lotus. You can't run 4 Brain Geyser. Hell no. No 4 channel. You can run 4 Chaos Orb. Hell yeah.
All right. Chaos Orb. Contract. You can't have 4 contracts.
No, you can play 4 Dark Pack though. It's not good.
Bonnie Tutor. 1. Jewel Bird.
Not live, dude. Mana Drain. Take it off, dude.
Hold on, library.
And
work for library, right?
What? Yeah, you can run 4 workshops. All
4
the
workshops, sure. Okay. No Moxes. Let's get rid of those. Regrowth. That's a tricky one.
Yes, restricted. Shazara Hard out.
Soul Ring. That's got to stay on the list.
Wheel
Time Walk.
That's is Wheel unrestricted? You tell us.
I think it's unrestricted.
All right. Dude, it's so good.
Wheels.
It's like
I'm getting excited for this event.
That limit where it's so busted. If you play 4 Wheel of Fortunes with fucking Disintegrate, Lightning Bolt, Chain Lightning, Wheel of Fortunes
win all day, right? And the guy that rolls up in that is going to be so mana screwed. He's just never seen such obscuring in his life. You know that's how it would go. But either that or somebody will just walk straight to the top with 4 Wheel of Fortune.
Wheel off, dude. We can play like Cop Reds and shit. Like it's still like, yeah, that's the ban list, dude. Restricted to wait, demonic consultations. Put that on there. That card's like $10. And then Zeren Orb if you're afraid of it. Which I think you're right.
You think?
Yeah, Zeren Orb, yeah. It costs we want people playing cool shit like 4 Moxes. I'm not playing any Moxes, by the way, and we're unrestricting it, but there's no way I'm playing any of these. Because here's the problem, is like you have to play unlimited Mox. It's because it's unsleeved. Like who the fuck?
Yeah, it's unsleeved. So yeah, so no CE. All right, what do we do about the 2 offs? Are you guys still cool with
2
Factory, Strip Mine, and Maze all at 2?
That's right.
Proxies, because we're doing unsleeved. It's getting a little simplified, yeah. Gold border is not allowed. Time shift allowed? Yeah, I think so.
Yeah, why not?
Yeah, what's gonna be a time shift, I guess, and there's not a ton of stuff. All right, face down Annie. 60 card deck, 15 card side. All right, this is coming together. The best of 3 if we're doing them in that, right?
Yep.
Yep. Face down ante. I don't know. Do we care about the budget? Nah, screw the budget. No budget. No. Whatever, however baller you want to be. You want to roll into town?
This event, we want more people, dude. We just want people.
Yeah, that's why.
Biggest Ante event.
Yeah, so this will be 2025 edition of. There we go. It's
I think it's like a dash.
Don't expect me to do grammar. All right. Oh, anti-cards. Okay. And that's actually not that bad. I was looking like even, contract and some of that stuff's only like $20 and whatever. But I think that's a way better.
Especially the bird, dude. 4th edition birds are like 5 cents. I mean, how many of those do you guys think we both have? Like all of us have?
Well, Jason had a stack of 200. I bought them all one day for like $20 or like not even that, $10 or something. Like, I'll take all those. He's like, who's ever gonna want 200 jewel bird? Like, me. You ever see me play Ante? I lose every game. Like, give me all those. And yeah, I do give them out. It's kind of fun. Pass them out to folks, things like that. Yeah, face down Ante's cool. And then if we're actually doing a on that calendar day, you start winning some shit, you put it in your deck. I think that's good. Homeland's Ice Age Alliance and you guys like the Apocalypse lands? I like those. I think that's a good thing.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, why not?
That gets you all the duels, right?
Hell yeah, that's way cool.
Now
dude.
this graphic screwed people up, so I gotta change that out because
it's like 8th edition and it
has
like
I found it somewhere and it was like, I can write. I don't know, I got more questions about this freaking thing I pulled off the internet than anything.
That's way cool.
It's a hell of a format. So I definitely have some cool decks brewed up already.
Don't you have a bunch of Wheel of Fortunes?
I paid Steven. I gave Steven one to cut down a tree. I don't know. I've used them for currencies like multiple times. I gave one went to Brandon for something. I think I'm down to like 3 Wheel of Fortune, so I don't think I'm running the 4-wheel deck. Let me let's just check some pricing real quick, see what we just did to ourselves here.
We didn't do anything, man. I mean, I want to win something big. I'm playing I know what deck I'm playing. My deck has a decent amount of expensive stuff.
And that's not even right. What am I doing?
FO.
So, all right, they're $175. That's market price. Oh, $315. Yeah, your damaged piece of shit one's $175 right here. Yeah, that's pretty. Wow.
Whoa.
What? Oh,
badass.
It's so hard not to add that to the cart right now. Oh, unsleeved. You'd know that thing's coming so far away.
That's how my wheel looks. My wheel's ripped in half. I got my wheel for like $60. It's ripped all the way up the text box from the bottom to the artwork.
That is
Wow,
the greatest
dude.
wheel I've seen in a minute. Oh, look at that corner up there.
That's
Such
insane.
a fucking
You should
angle
buy that
grinder.
and play that.
Make that a prize.
So okay, so I have like a couple pretty expensive cards in my deck, and they're pretty damaged. And I don't really care. So what we're gonna do for this event, like if your card looks like that and it is like expensive, it's not marking your deck. You have to shuffle it and you give your deck for your opponent to cut. If you have a damaged card, your opponent is cutting your deck, so you're not cheating.
This one blends in from the back, though. You wouldn't really notice.
Yeah, that's like how my unsleeved alpha deck looks. Is like that.
Dude, why do I want this so bad? It's such a rough card. Man.
And he knows that it's worth less than that.
Oh, yeah.
Sleep on it for sure.
Let's add that to the card and we'll sleep on it. So
there you go.
Think about it. Yeah, good call.
But if anyone wants to play damaged cards, it's okay. Now, don't play like a damaged white knight for no fucking reason. Like if you have other white knights. But if it's like a Wheel of Fortune and it's worth money, as long as you let your opponent cut your deck, you're not stacking your deck. Randomize your deck. Like no one's cheating in this tournament. If you do, like you can win. I don't care. If we catch someone cheating, just take him to the front. We'll give him the first place prize. Like he wants to win, we don't care. But if you want to go on TCG Player and buy something like a Force of Will and it's damaged and it's beat up a little bit, just play it in your deck. It's unsleeved, no one cares. Yeah, so Force of Will is like $50. No problem.
Yeah, $59. They're a beat to hell one of those. I need the photo though. Why? Hey, Jason, you're a TCG employee. Why don't they put photos of more stuff? Just painted, yeah.
So it's up to the seller to upload the photo, and it's a pain in the butt because the way the TCG Player system works is once you upload a photo, even if you sell that card that had the photo, it creates like a unique listing for your card that sticks with your account forever. So when you're doing like price updates with CSVs, your CSV file just gets full of all these unique listings with photos. It probably makes 0 sense, but it's just...
No. I mean, that's actually kind of interesting because I'm kind of curious. Like I felt like everyone would, but they. Yeah, so revised contract $1. Unlimited market price $21. There's some cheap ones on here. So I mean, it's not like we're really laying the gauntlet down. You got to be playing 40K at this thing. But
Yeah.
Yeah, I bought an island for a pre-modern deck just on TCG Player and it said damaged, and then I got it and just written on the island said stifle. Like someone used it as a proxy. Like, dude, you sold me a proxied island? Jeez. Which means I'm playing 5 stifles in my stifle not deck, of course.
Ooh,
yeah. As you should. No, we did that with Lion's Eye Diamond, dude. I remember grabbing them and writing on them with a pen, like whatever card we wanted, because it was such a shitty card. Like, no one's playing this thing, man. I'm like, yeah, we destroyed multiple Lion's Eye Diamond. That was kind of the thing at our shop, even. Like, oof, kind of regret that.
Dude, do either of you guys have freaking Mox diamonds? Holy shit!
Yeah, I got a set of them.
Really?
Yeah.
I'm gonna borrow those from you. Holy shit, man. There's just like a few cards if you want to play eternal formats that just keep you like you can build 90% of the decks for like literally $3. And you're like, oh, this deck looks fun. Boom, $3,000. Like, holy shit.
I feel like they're even down a little bit, but yeah, I've had these for a long time. $500, $600
freaking dollars for just reserveless tickets. Sorry, it's random. We're talking about old school. I've been playing way too much pre-modern, but it just like
Yeah, like I
The
said,
City of
City
Traders is gold border.
Traders.
You can
I
get
mean,
gold
yeah,
border.
it's
City of Traders.
$1,000 pretty quick for that. Yeah.
You can get gold border city for $10 though. So it's
Well,
like
that's true. Yeah, the gold border stuff, but even gold border
cradle.
cradle or whatever. Yeah.
Yeah, and survival of
Yes.
the fittest is survival 60 and cradle's 150. It's
Yeah.
So
I think cradle's popular in like EDH though.
Yep.
fuck yeah, it would be. Poor Rom's doing that. He said, I'm gonna go play Commander with my kid, and I literally felt bad for him.
No, but he said he's playing at a brewery though. I actually was like, that sounds kind of sweet. Mad Tree playing EDH?
Yeah, 145 for gold bordered cradle. Man.
Yeah, that's like the problem with some of these Eternal formats is you're like, oh, you're all of a sudden you can play so many decks, but then if you want to play it like old school, where you have like I like to play a new old school deck every time I play, and I'm like, oh shit, like all right, I hit these walls where I'm like, I don't have cradles or Mox Diamonds. It's rough.
I can't believe there isn't like a Pandemic Masters that just prints a card that all lands can only produce up to 1 mana or something. I feel like they should they nerf everything with all these, like, they're printing something new every day. Like, why don't they just destroy all these things? Make them available for old school and pre-modern players.
Yeah, I mean, something that's cool about Alpha through Alliance's format, not Ante, is that you allow gold border. So, like, you can play Force of Wills. Usually, you could play those in Ante. Gold border, there's Force of Will. Gold border.
Yeah, like, I mean, I still like our kind of super cheap Eben format with the fake moxes and all that kind of stuff. I think that's cool. It definitely has a place for it. But if we're going to do an actual event, that's what I felt like we should kind of get into a real format. Anyone can play anywhere. Try it out. See if you like it.
There are so many cool decks in Alpha through Alliances that like no one's playing. So many, dude.
So yeah, I mean, I just started just glancing even at only Ice Age cards. In a way, I was like, we did a whole set review, but we can just kind of skim through a few of these things and check them out. But even like Jeweled Emulate is interesting. You ever seen that? Like,
Totally.
Cost 0 for 1. You put a counter on it, and then you can get that back later for whatever color you have. So I guess like turn 1, you could drop it for 0, put a black on it. Turn 2, pull that off, and you've got 3 mana. You do 3 black. I guess in blue, maybe you could do the Plan Serendip or something. I mean, I feel like that could really ramp in the right kind of deck with some strong 3 drops. I don't play this format much to know if that's even a thing, but it's a weird, pretty decent $6 card.
Dude, I think that's a good card, dude.
That's good, right? I mean, that's a strong one.
Yeah. Well, you can also put the counter. So it's also really good in control because you can put the counter on their turn. So like you keep your mana open.
End of their turn, you didn't counter, so you throw it on there, and then you have it.
Yeah, you got Dream Dead Home mana, yeah.
Lava Tube, this is a hell of a. Sorry.
Lava Tube's amazing. All those lands are amazing.
So what do you think about like the Urza's Bauble? Like if someone wanted to play like Red Deck Wins, right? They've got all these insanely like Ice Age gives you Disintegrate, but then like you can even thin your deck out. This card is totally free.
Yeah, it's totally free. Yeah, you're right. I mean, or in an ATOG deck or something like that, you just sometimes you need a little more. You need a couple more things to get to, and if you don't have it, you just sack it and move on to the next one. You just a slight tempo, and then you're back at it. Yeah, Urza's Bauble seems legit too.
I mean, it just makes your deck 56 cards.
Right. Yeah.
To just draw more burn.
I just sorted these Ice Age, mana cost and kind of flipping through here. Like we talked, and this was more of a Swedish comment, but when everyone's playing the same Sarah Angels, why not just throw an Armor of Faith and get yours +1/+1? When everyone else is playing, just make yours bigger. Yeah,
everyone's playing Sushi and Sarah, so I think that Holy Strength is a good card. Like a Holy Strength Sushi.
The Holy Strength Sushi is just
like the best creature in the format.
Like, no one can deal with that. It's just over. Concede. You got me. You got this one, brother. I'm gonna save this. This is such a weird card, but I feel like there's almost something here. So
No,
one blue,
it's the last
1/1. You can do
commutative upkeep, bro.
I know, but you can make multiple things change the word. I mean, what all could you do with that? I mean, obviously you can make your circle of protection something, and then you can. I don't know. Maybe it's
Circle protection requires a lot of mana for it to be good.
You can twiddle him. I don't know. I just looking at him in that little tiny G string. I don't even want to twiddle that guy. It feels weird.
This card looks good until you read that last line, dude.
Oh, and he's got. Oh, you're right.
Yeah,
He's also got cumulative upkeep.
For anyone watching the podcast, we're talking about Baldovin Shaman.
Balduvian Shaman. Yeah.
Changes the text of cards for a different color word. And that sounds super cool. He's a 1-mana 1/1, but he has commutative upkeep of 1. So yeah, if you change your circle protection, now you have no mana to use the circle protection. This card is really bad besides that last line of text.
You could juxtapose it to your opponent.
Yeah, it's gonna die.
It's gonna
you get Brainstorm, dude. Brainstorm's insane.
Yeah, I mean, it's not obviously not as strong as all the other stuff. I mean, because you need a way to shuffle your deck or whatever, right? But
what do you think about that card, Burnt Offering?
Well, what about Brainstorm even in like a Field of Dreams and all that kind of stuff? Is there anything there where you can kind of control the top of your deck?
Well, let me explain something to you.
Or Sinbad, or who's the guy that you get a land, you draw a card?
Yes. Yes.
No, it's not. Is it Sinbad?
Yes, Sinbad.
Okay.
What do you think about Brainstorm in response to Hymn to Torok, though?
Yeah, I do like it. You can tuck your stuff and grab your Psychic Purge, throw that in your hand.
Yeah.
Those guys. I mean, obviously, Brainstorm's still good. Burnt Offering, yeah. So this is like another version of Sacrifice, right? So you kind of get, and that was always the deal with like a deck. You can get four cards that do something is one thing. When you get 8, you got like a solid strategy. So like, if you got 4 Sacrifice and 4 Burnt Offering, you're guaranteed to burn that Sushi down and get something out of him. I mean, that's a pretty decent card. It's an interrupt, though. I don't know how to play those.
Yeah, I just don't know, like, I mean, other than just like a fireball or something, like, what do you, so you burn Offering a Sushi, you get 8 mana. What do you do with it?
Drain life.
Is it black?
Yeah, it makes black.
Yeah.
So Sacrifice. You can drain life the shit out of somebody.
Yeah,
I mean, not so much Suchi, but just you're maybe not Darylor is what came to mind, but something.
I mean, I guess it's like
it's an interrupt. So when they try to kill your Evil Eye of Orms Gorm, you just burn it, and now you can't. Drain life's not an instant though.
Yeah.
There's all these cantrips too. I mean, there's maybe something there even. Like your Field of Dreams, Millstone deck, you can kind of glance at their hand, see what they got, draw a card, replace it. And you can do that at the end of your turn. Same thing with the control. Like, hey, nothing happened. Let me look at your hand. I mean, that seems like a solid one. Clairvoyance. Let's see what you actually got over there.
So green gets 8 Llanowar Elves in the deck, right?
Yeah, because you have Firehorn and Llanowar. Forgotten Lore is a really good one. Obviously, you can kind of. I mean, it's not as good as Regrowth, but it does cost 1. You got to force them to pick something else back up, but it's not bad. Trying to figure out. I mean. What about this, the brown oof? We can counter an artifact ability. Requires an activation cost. I mean, that wrecks disc decks and stuff like that, right? Or even the deck. Like they can't use their freaking tome or whatever for green and one.
Yeah, and
What?
he's a 1/1 for Pendlehaven too, which is literally the best green creatures.
What's he holding?
An artifact.
I think he's holding the can of real American beer.
I think he is.
Dude.
No, it's got a swastika on it. Never mind.
It does. Holy shit.
the hoop's got a where's
real
Rommel when we need
German
him?
beer.
Yeah, he's got a German beer there. All right, where's Rommel when we need him? Damn. Yeah, brown hoof.
Yeah.
Hoof loves trinkets and hating on Jewish people. I guess I don't know. You know, that's pretty wild. Didn't realize. That's not the crazy artist.
No, that's not him. At first, that's where my eyes went instantly.
Really? Yeah.
Is it that crazy like Nazi dude?
Yeah, the
Dude.
Nazi guy that did Invoke Prejudice also did Brown Oak and put a freaking Nazi beer in his hand.
Yeah, 30 years later, we're just now realizing that Nazi symbols.
Oh, but there he is. He did Death Ward. There's the Nazi guy. He did that artwork.
Yeah, there he is. Harold something, right? Yeah.
Didn't he?
Neil.
Wait. Didn't he go blind though? That's so funny. Like he can't see color. That's it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah,
so,
he can't see color. Karma is a
anyone-
fucking bitch, dude. He can't tell.
If
Now
anyone
he
doesn't
can't
know
tell
this
who he
story,
hates.
Harold McNeil right now has like a medical condition where he can no longer see color.
You tell me God ain't real? Come on. That is so good.
It is so good. You also get a really cool Dark Ritual artwork if you want to play Dark Ritual. The Ice Age Ritual is insane.
What can you do with a Despotic Scepter? Destroy target permanent you own.
You can stop trample damage. You can block.
I guess you could
one.
stop a what's that red worm that keeps getting bigger and bigger?
Mm.
And if you can't like juxtapose him away, you can kind of get this. This would also be a good juxtapose thing. Give it to your opponent. Like good luck.
Yeah, give them that.
Yes. Here you go. I'll take your soul ring. You can have my piece of shit scepter.
Despotic Scepter. Destroy
Despotic
target
Scepter.
permanent. There's a card that says that when it comes into play, you like gain 20 life, but when it dies, you lose 20. In Ice
Right.
Age. I don't know if there's
but
something you can do with that. Like,
you don't want to bury that. No.
No, but like, can you give that to your opponent in some way in response to it dying or something? I don't know.
Yeah, that's like a deck.
Yeah.
It used to be a deck anyway. Where
It's
you
called tricks or
Yeah, something like
tricks,
that.
Yeah.
Yeah, you would.
You've donated it, right?
Donate.
You donate donate that to your opponent, and then they can keep paying the upkeep, and they would burn. I got this 3D printer, and like I keep thinking, like I could print this out and like put this around the outside of my house for like decor. And I was like, oh, those are cool torches you got, Brian. And only I'll know there's a freaking man fisting with these like drunk guys. What are these guys?
I don't know.
Oh, could you play? This is dumb, but if you play Despotic Scepter in your sideboard against white decks, if you're playing Reanimator. So in response to exiling my card, I destroy it so that I can reanimate it again.
Yeah.
Well, if they reanimate your
that's what
stuff,
the
you
original
still
was.
own it, right? So you can. Is that what you're saying?
Wait, yeah, you own it. You're right.
You own it. They control it. So if they control magic your stuff, you just kill it.
Yeah, that's
You
what I
just
was
missed
gonna
it.
say. I think the point of this card originally was like it was to counter people stealing your shit with like control magics and animate deads and shit.
Ah.
You just missed it with this weird.
Yeah.
Man, this is a confusing piece of art that I really enjoy. Just look at these poor guys all wrapped around here. It looks, the world's skinniest naked guys in the man.
Well,
this
did you
is
see the
good
fist
shit.
on the top? It's the Evan fist.
No,
with
I
the-
know. That's what I say. He's fifth at someone till
Yeah.
he bled. Yeah, I mean, that's a lot of damage for one man. Wow.
I don't know. what else
Okay,
you
yeah,
can
that's
do.
cool. Yeah, counter to control magic. That's good. Good to know it's out there. I didn't realize that. Let's see. All right, where are we going next here? This is some great art. I don't even know what this card does. I just know I love the art of this guy.
Yeah,
This bear.
Figula comes into play.
Four healing counters. Healing counter. Put a healing counter on it. Huh.
It's pretty rough.
That's pretty rough. But I mean, I guess you can remove as many as you want, though. So if you went infinite with, I don't know. Yeah, I don't see that one happening. It's an enchant creature too.
Oh, that's rough.
Yeah, it's pretty garbage.
Yeesh. Power to the man that doesn't play that.
This card's good. The Kajorian Dead. This card's badass down there.
Go find him.
It's a 3/1 for 1 black, but when he comes into play, sacrifice a creature, but it regenerates for a black. Card, and he's a skeleton, not a zombie, bro. If that was a zombie, that'd actually be nasty. But I don't know. If 3/1 regenerates pretty good.
What's that green card that's like 2 green and 1? When something dies, you get something out of your graveyard. You could
Reincarnate.
Reincarnation, is that what it is? Yeah. So you could like force the reincarnation for 1 black. That's pretty decent.
Yeah, I don't know.
3/1 regenerator is nasty, dude. I mean, honestly, that thing blocks, hits, smacks, cracks.
And like, I don't know, the deck that's playing this is playing a ton of creatures, so you're probably playing Bad Moon too. So it's like a 4/2 for 1.
Yeah, you finally get rid of your extra will-o-wisp.
Like, it's good with like Preacher and shit like that. It's just another way to sack.
Dude, the Preacher zombie deck is sick.
Yeah, I had something really similar to that when I was a kid. It was like a Preacher deck with like Lord of the Pit, and then it would play these Keljorian Dead so that you would like lure their shit over to your side and then turn them into skeletons.
Dude, look at that dude in the middle, that skeleton in the middle is doing like the hardcore pose. He's like, yeah, I fucking know where I'm at. Dude, this card, dude, the Preacher combo is insane.
Yeah, that's pretty solid. It's too bad it's black for Preacher, but I mean, it's definitely made for Ante.
That way? Why is it not going the other way?
It kind of is.
The dude is like on his knees, dude.
Yeah, just
control.
Man, can you imagine getting a blowjob from a skeleton?
Whoops, wrong one.
That would suck.
Yeah, I think it wouldn't actually. That'd be the problem. It would just be all teeth and no suck. Yeah. No, it's just pointing this way. That's why that happened. I'm sorry. Sorry for the distraction there.
I feel like the guy on the left is the one with his dick out. The guy on his knees is getting it, and then the guy on the right's like, "No, dude, not right now."
Yeah, come on, dude. Come on. We got shit to do.
I got an axe. Like, you're really thinking about sex
this
right
Preacher
now?
just brought this dude over here. I'm about to kill him with this axe real quick. Hang on. Is this the
Kinda
guy from
like-
Time Walk or whatever? Or we just him, right?
Yeah. If that would be a conspiracy theory if it's the same artist.
So we got more banding. That was my first mistake when I went to the original. The first time I went down to Bootlegger's Balls, I loaded up on all, like, I don't know, I ran 12 of these X spells and a bunch of candles and mana flares, and I didn't realize that Mox Monkey was a thing that destroys all your candles. And my deck was so bad, but I had 4 Lava Burst, 4 Disintegrate, 4 Incinerate, it was just going on and on, like, oh, this is unbeatable. I'm like, oh, everyone destroys your candles immediately. So, but anyway, Lava Burst is decent. I mean, can't prevent it.
Is it better? But Fireball can split.
Fireball can split. Yeah, Disintegrate is probably still better.
Well, no, Lava Burst gets around Cop Red, though, right?
Yep.
Ooh.
Oh, really? Well, it's still targeting, right?
No.
It's good, like, if you're playing, like, a deck that likes fireballs and disintegrates and shit like that, Lava Burst is good.
I see, because you can't prevent it or
Yeah.
redirect it. Yeah.
Damn.
It's good.
Lava
Like even
Bird's
if it's
good.
just a sideboard card, and if you're playing against white, you swap out your like disintegrates for lava burst.
Does that kill a personal incarnation?
Yeah, you can't prevent
yep.
it. Yeah, it does.
Oh. Nice.
Dude, I'm playing Mind Whip in this format. Fuck personal, dude.
No.
Ain't no one playing personal incarnation with.
Wait,
if
we're
I
on
play
page
personal
1 of
incarnation, I
60.
put
We're going to be
6
here a
Mind
minute.
Whip
I don't know how
through
long we doing this, guys. I'm on page 2 of 60. I know. No, never mind. 60.
Yeah, you're
No, we're
halfway
getting
there.
through.
No, we're okay. We're
Oh.
okay. I thought it was a little worse than I thought. It was a big set,
So
but it's not that bad.
we did the Ante event at Thrash Bash last year at the bar, and the deck I got the most ran over by played Orcish Lumberjack, and they were just playing Shivan Dragons, and it was just really fast, like very big creatures coming into play.
Orcish lumberjacks and like tinder walls and shit like that.
Yeah, dude, that's
Yeah.
that's an aggressive deck. Like, don't play aggro in this format. Play Lumberjack and play like 6 drops. Seriously, yeah, Lumberjack and Tinderwall and a bunch of like big creatures is so much more aggressive.
So are orcs like smart goblins? Like goblins
Yeah,
are
they're-
stupid, but orcs like build these machines. They got the robot chicken from Star Wars and stuff.
You can't compare an orc to a goblin, dude. Come on.
Right. So I mean, like orcs are the smart goblins, essentially, right?
In Warhammer, they're like goblins.
Yeah. I mean, I'm nerd stupid. I apologize. So.
Orcs are like a
Uh,
bunch of like Arnold Schwarzenegger dudes. Goblins are like crackheads in the back alley. You know,
those.
orcs can take care of themselves at least.
So there's all these like you can draw cards.
Yeah.
I mean, doesn't that make like a twiddle vault or something like that where you're just trying to get to that endless combo easier? I mean, maybe not obviously in red, like Panic, where you can just draw one. There's a ton of them where you can just pay one to draw a card. I don't know. Feels like something.
Portent's obviously insane.
Yeah,
Crazy.
Portent's decent, right? Sorcery.
Yeah.
What's
Really
an old
powerful
school that
card.
cares about the top card of your deck? Anything?
Well, it's target player's deck. So,
Yeah, so
when
you
you
can do
have
your
like a
opponent.
really when you like, let's say you land, you're playing the deck and you land a Sarah Angel, but you don't have a counterspell in your hand. I can Portent to look at your deck to make sure you don't have a Swords to Plowshare on top.
What about the like Jason's favorite Field of Dreams Millstone? Like, isn't this the dream card in that combo? Because you know when you can mill, when you can't, put it underneath, stack the things you need to mill off.
Yeah, you get to shuffle their deck whenever you want.
If you had to, but otherwise you can put it back in any order, right? So
Yeah.
you can, like, if you're about to mill them, you just like, let's say you're only giving them lands, you just put the 2 non-land cards on top, mill it, put the land card underneath it.
Yeah, I mean, it just helps you out to get an extra card out of there that's good.
This duct tape to build that shit together. Yeah, affordable reprints. You get a power surge. You get a bunch of the blast because you double it.
Yeah.
Down.
You get 8 blast, yeah. Target player knows a card, draw a card, so that's good in the Field of Dreams deck, right?
Yeah. I mean, Field of Dreams will make it strong.
Not
So I'm
We
looking
need
at
to
all
start
these
naming-
for 2 formats because we got the whole Ante thing, but we also got the bootleggers Alpha Alliances set up as well. So I mean, you know, Field of Dreams Millstone can keep someone completely off ever getting their freaking necro. You're all deep on this kind of stuff, a bunch of 1-powered, 1-cost blue shit, and they'll never get there. Sleight of Mind's cheap. That's nice.
What do you guys think? What's the best? You guys like the original art Swords to Plowshare or the Ice Age Swords to Plowshare?
Oh, the original. Oh, what the fuck is that? I mean, this is.
That's my favorite.
You like this
ever.
one?
I like the original.
I think that art's insane, dude.
I mean, it is
Yeah.
cool. So the sword turned into a dove, right? I mean, that's like that's pretty legit.
But listen, look at the flavor text. The so-called barbarians will not respect us for our military might. They will respect us for our honor. Dude, it's so good because it's like the barbarian, like Ice Age red creatures. These dudes don't need swords. They got too much faith, dude. I'm a big fan of the Ice Age.
What was the gamma text in these when they were first like target creature takes up farming or something? Is that what
Takes up farming, yeah.
yeah, that was so good. All right, yeah, this is solid. I get it. I mean, I'm just a little biased. I've been around for so long.
This is an interesting card. Add 1 black to your mana pool for each creature in your graveyard. Instant speed, Song of the Damned, 1 black. Can you just like mill your entire deck and just like do this giant drain life?
But
Like,
yeah, the instant, that's what we were just talking about with like the sacrifice on, like the fact it's instant doesn't do you much good unless you're running like carrying ants and you just pump them up real big out of nowhere or something. Like, suck it. Dude. My shade is huge now. Or just
it's better than sorcery. Shit, I'd rather have instant than sorcery.
It's better than sorcery, sure.
It's way better, dude. Song of the Damned on a pestilence deck, dude. Just like out of nowhere, kill someone.
Then you dump the Song of the Damned into the Spoils of War? Fuck yeah, man.
Yeah.
Yeah. So black and X, X is the number of artifacts and or creatures in an opponent's graveyard as you cast the spell.
That's what's awkward.
Yeah, but I mean, let's say you're freaking playing that. Oh, you gotta pay the X though. So yeah, I guess if it's huge, it's gonna be tough.
They have to have a big graveyard and you have to have a lot of mana.
And you gotta
make a huge strike.
Yeah.
Yeah, I guess I've fallen in that trap before where I look at this card like it's amazing and oh wait, that's kind of hard to do. What's going on with the art though?
He's pulling the golden tooth out.
Tooth.
Oh, okay. So that's him pulling the tooth out of the skull. Oh, nice. All right. I get it. I'm a slow learner. These cards for 30 some years. I'm just now seeing what they do.
Obviously, Tinderwall is insane.
Tinderwall is so good. God, the more I play with that card, it's just so busted.
It also, like you said, reincarnation earlier, just like is an easy way to pop off a reincarnation and get a Shivan Dragon into play turn 2.
Yeah, that's because I use Surge of Strength from Alliance, where you can discard a green card, give something plus X equal to its power. So you can just like green or red. So you can just attack with your Llanowar Elf, throw out a Shivan Dragon, next turn crack this freaking thing, bring it back, with the 2 red.
And it's a 0/3, dude. It's so good against
3 yet. I mean, it's like it checks every box of things and it's a plant wall. But
yeah, building that plant deck, dude.
how dumb are these barbarians that could not figure out how to get around these 9 trees? just no freaking way to get around it. Gonna have to go right through them. Oh, freaking Christmas is here. Shit, I gotta buy presents for the kids.
They go like to the right 3 feet. They can just walk around.
They could hit this little tiny ass tree and just kick out of the way, but no, they're just right into just.
How far are they tiny or is that from far away?
Yeah,
they're tiny.
Tinderwall.
They're just tiny.
Never made sense. Like, why are those trees so small? Or are those people big?
I guess he just cast the spell. They popped up. Welcome.
Those
Christmas
little
is here
trees are
in
the
June
trees
now
that deal
this year.
2 damage. So when he sacks them, he just burns down the little trees.
I guess. I don't know. Whatever.
Tinderwall is a balling card, dude. I love Tinderwall.
Altar of Bones, crazy good, right? Like white green deck, dude. No one plays that.
Well, especially when I thought it was an enchantment.
Why did you think this was an enchantment?
I don't know why I thought it was the same reason Steven fell in that trap. Built a whole deck around this being an enchantment.
Did he play it and he just leaves it in play and does it again? I'm like, what the fuck are you doing? Altar of Bone is a sorcery, dude. Like,
Like you're trying to
Search
pretend
your
you're drunk,
library
but you
for a
built it when
creature,
you were
reveal it,
sober.
put it in your hand
Brought it to the
anytime you
event,
want.
got drunk again, still think it's an enchantment.
He's just going through his deck, just getting every creature he wants. He just draws his deck for 2 mana. And I'm like, what are you doing? I remember that very well. Yeah.
I think I put
pretty
this in
good.
the cube and I made it an enchantment, didn't I? It's in one of the cubes. I
Is
just
it
scratched
really?
sorcerer out and wrote enchantment on there. Yeah. It's not better than Survival of the Fittest. But I mean it is pretty phenomenal. It's like the green light demonic tutor, right?
Yeah, kinda.
Kinda. You're only getting a creature. It's in green and white. This is some solid stuff. I mean, there's some weird things like Winter's Chill.
What was the card that Steven thought was an enchantment, but it was like a sorcery? Was it sacrifice a creature to put a creature into play, right?
Yeah. He was just like going off.
Natural order. He thought natural order was an enchantment.
Natural order was yeah. I'll be right back.
That is
You
like
guys keep it going.
way too good.
Yeah, and I think he like nobody called him out on it after like a couple games.
Yeah. They just didn't know the card. Like they didn't know what natural order did.
Yeah, okay. That's busted.
Because he would like go and get like a card that was like, when this card comes into play, put like 4 insects into play. It's like a so you would sacrifice the 4 insects and get like all this shit. Like he'd get anger, and now all his creatures had haste. Like he had the most insane pre-modern deck off of the enchantment natural order. But my dad thought the same thing with Altar of Bone. What? I don't know how they thought that.
I guess just because like if you look at the picture, it looks like it should be like an artifact or an enchantment or something. Doesn't look like a sorcery. But
it's like the word sorcery, like right in the middle of the card. I guess makes it seem less like an enchantment to me.
What else we got on here?
We got another grizzly bear. You can play bear tribal.
Yep, there you go.
Yeah, why did he walk away and leave this for us to look at?
I don't know. Balduvian Conjure, you get to turn one of your snow-covered lands into a Mishra's Factory. Kinda.
Yeah, but man, that's a pretty bad card. Because he himself is an 0-2.
Yeah.
Man.
There's a lot of bad cards. There's an Arctic Fox. That thing's kind of...
I wish that it didn't still consider itself as a land.
Yeah.
You could then like Armageddon after you use a Conjure.
Balduvian Hydra.
So this card only enters with +X +0 counters on it. So you could play 1 million mana and you have 1,000,001.
Right.
Yeah.
So the Alpha Hydra is better.
Yeah, but you still can remove the counters to prevent the damage. So it really doesn't matter how much toughness it has.
You're just removing counters anyhow, yeah.
But you know what fucks that card? Tackle Maggot.
Yeah, dude. Yeah, you emulation.
-1, you're doomed.
No, for sure.
Right. Obviously, Baton of Morale seems stupid, but if you're a smart person that understands how banding works, there might be something there. I mean, because there's one in old school to give something banding, but it's more expensive, right? Costs 3 to give something banding, and it costs 3 to play it.
It's like a helmet.
Helm of Chatzuk? Is that what it is?
Yeah, that sounds correct. Yeah.
Damn, you're good. No, it's actually it's 1 mana to cast Helm and 1 mana to use it.
What?
The Helm's better.
Oh,
Yeah,
one
but
to
the helm
cast,
taps.
one.
The helm taps. The baton
The baton does not. All right, so it costs
is not
2 and 2, but doesn't. So you can give a boatload of stuff, banding, and then just kill the one thing, or put it all on your one skeleton that's going to regenerate anyhow. That's interesting.
So, like, what would be good to give banding? Like, what would be busted with banding? Like,
Well, just
personal connection?
no, even like Will-O-Wisp. You just put all the damage onto the Will-O-Wisp, and it just regenerate.
I didn't think about that. Fuck.
Yeah, I mean, just like like I'm saying, like kind of your preacher skeleton deck. You just everything regenerates or whatever, and you just dump it all into that one dude. I think that's more of the power. I think it's maybe might be better defensive than attacking.
Banding's cool, like Maze of Ith and stuff. Yeah. What's this? Sacrifice a creature to counter target summon spell, dude? The Brine Shaman? Yo.
Yep.
That's kind of insane.
Man, yeah. If you had the spawning bed or whatever out there, it's making it dude, but that costs 2 extra every turn as well. That's expensive to run.
No, that's the breeding pit. The spawning pit, you
Breeding
can
pit.
sacrifice a blue creature and make X11s though.
Oh yeah. So then you got
Or no, dude, there's a fucking black creature that makes 3/01 Thrall tokens.
all the
We play with the Fallen Angel combo. Yeah, that's what's that card called? I forget, but man,
the aristocrat, right?
yeah.
Nuclear aristocrat.
Yeah,
It
so
makes
you
like
make 301.
Arrow tokens or some weird shit. But dude,
Yeah,
that's
but sack
not
a
that
creature
bad.
to counter target summon spell.
The Brine Shaman kind of is sick, dude.
You don't have to tap him to do that. So you can give something like +2/+2, and you can just chain sack.
Dude, once you got 6 mana, like you ain't casting shit the rest of the game, man. I'll sack my factory, shut you down.
I know this sucks. What if you played this in like a blue-black Necro deck? And then you get like all the knights, like all your creatures are good. And then like you only counter when they play like Sarah or something that like is gonna stop your knights. The card's kind of sick, dude.
Yeah. That's a solid 17 cents, dude. I would.
Brine Shaman is actually kind of slept on, I think.
Yeah, I'm not hating on Brian. Again, this might be one of those kind of. Let's just say there's like all these sleeper decks in this Alpha and Alliance's space.
Dude, I think a lot of people like would build a deck, expect to play a lot of things, and then someone drops a Brine Shaman and just like, wow, I can't beat that.
So this is, I mean, it's kind of like what's the other one? This an old school one. But this is
Crusade plus Jihad.
yeah, it's Crusade Jihad 1/1 plus really weird helmets. What is this? Is this his hand? What is going on here?
No, that's the shield.
Oh, that's this
person's
dude's shield. Okay, yes, thank
But
you.
I don't know what that person behind the other person's doing.
I think he just took an arrow. I think he's
Yeah.
hiding, right?
What?
He just
He did.
took an arrow and he's got like an ice pack on his head. Weird.
Sucks to be him.
Call to arms, dude. Yeah, just play Crusade. But I don't know if you what would the deck look like if you played all 8?
And it's a white and 1, so you can splash it too.
But if you played like fucking 8 Crusades with flying creatures,
Yeah.
I have a feeling you would sit there, you would be like, well, fuck, I got like 5 Crusade effects and I can't draw a creature.
I can get a Mesa Pegasus to save my fucking life, dude. This fucking Mesa Pegasus is gonna be so big. It's weird they have to have a creature of the color though.
Yeah, that's kind of odd.
Yeah.
Dance of the Dead is so like one of the best decks, if anyone doesn't know, is like Dance of the Dead, which are Skellions, with Pox. That is like kind of like if you like black, like okay, black is clearly the best color. Everyone kind of know Alpha through Alliances, Ante at least, when you don't have all the Moxes and the blue power. And then when you take away the blue power, like Pox is already a good deck in Alpha through Alliances, but then when you say, okay, we're playing Ante, like black gets way better. But Dance of the Dead gives a +1 counter to your Trike.
Yeah. Well, it's not a counter. It just gives +1/+1. It's not a counter it can remove. But you know what it does work with? Is the Rabid Wombat.
Oh, it's enchanted on there, dude.
Well, so
so
the reason I run this in Ante, so it gets +2/+2 for each enchantment. It doesn't tap to attack. The downside is you have to every time with Dance of the Dead play a black and 1 and tap it.
Yeah.
So if you animate a Rabid Wombat, he becomes a 3/4 vigilance. So yeah, I built this anti-deck, and it might have won me a game. So just be nervous. I think I want to swamp with this one time. But
it also may pay an additional 2 to untap it. So the Pox decks will sometimes play Colossus of Sardia.
Oh shit, yeah, that'd be good.
And then you can pay 2 to untap Colossus.
Oh yeah. That's probably better than Rabid Wombat.
It might be a 9/9 trample might be better.
But we did determine Wombat is on Spirit Link, so I don't know. He's pretty cool. Yeah, that's pretty good.
Dance of the Dead solid, but I mean it's a $15 card or whatever. So
yeah, I mean some people don't.
Is there anything that brings an enchantment back to your hand?
Yeah, Skull of Orm, dude.
Skull of Orm, man. Yeah, it's expensive though.
How much?
3 to play it, 5 to use it.
Yeah, there you go.
Like I'm just sitting here thinking like this is the dumbest thing ever, but like so you have Skull of Orm, you Dance of the Dead, your Trike, you throw off all the counters, hit them for 3, use your what was that fucking card? The sacrifice card?
Yeah, because you can't kill it now because it's bigger. You can't kill it with the last counter.
But yeah, so you can burn offering it.
Burn offering
it for like 6, and then you Skull of Orm. Yeah, and then you like Skull of Orm to bring it back, and then you can just like do it, bring your Dance of the Dead back, and then you can just do it again next turn for 3 damage. There you go.
Dude, I will give you. I shaved my bush for this hat, and you pull that off, man. That's some shit.
Diabolic Visions is wild. That could help in the Trike deck, the Trike combo Skull of Orm deck.
So this is enchantment alteration as an artifact.
Yeah, and you can do it to your opponent. Yeah, it is. Yeah, because
so I love doing this with Unstable Mutation. You get the -1 counters, and then you move it off, and the counters stay.
What?
So,
okay.
So you like if you let's say you got a maze out, and they've got an easy one's like a Bird of Paradise. You just give them a Unstable Mutation. Their upkeep, it gets a -1 counter. They go to swing in for 3. You just switch it to your creature. It dies because it has a -1 counter. But the -1 counters stay on here. This is kind of a solid, like fixed, like stable version of that. I remember getting my ass kicked by this. What's this card do? Look at the top 5 cards of your library. Put one of them in your hand. Put the remaining 4 on the top of your library anywhere. I don't know how I lost to that card. Doesn't seem that good now.
Really?
I mean, you're looking at 5 for 1 and then putting it back for 2. I don't know. Build a better deck. I don't dig that deep. I don't know. Okay.
I think Diabolic Vision is a pretty good card.
I might debate you on that one. I don't know. All right, tonight let's get through everything that costs up to 2, and then we can call this podcast off. We're gonna revisit here another night.
Sure. Let's just talk about the real fancy ones.
Creatures with flying do not untap during their untap phase.
There's only like one
Damage.
card with Communicative Upkeep 1 that's good.
The Mystic Grimoire.
What a bad effect Communicative Upkeep was, man.
This one isn't awful because you get to tap something and then you draw a card.
Enervate, tap a creature, artifact, or land, draw a card at the start of your next upkeep.
Stall, baby, stall.
It just does nothing, dude.
If you're in that, you're in a Mind Whip depth. Mind Whip and Paralyzed, dude. They just freaking untapped it. You're like, tap that shit. Sorry.
Yo, that's a good Mind Whip card.
That is a solid Mind Whip.
Enervate Mind Whip combo, dude.
This guy didn't get those face tattoos without having his mind whipped at some point.
Dude, his mind is getting whipped in the artwork. Like the lightning is whipping his fucking head.
That's not like that's some whips hitting him
He
in that
just
mind.
got mind whipped. Holy shit. Wow.
Target creature is +3 if that trigger attacks. No other creatures can attack this. Oh, all right. Well, you know what that's good with?
Say that? Errantry?
Good with the Evil Eye of Orms of Gorm, dude. Freaking 6/6.
That's pretty cool with First Strike, too. I feel like a white knight with an errantry attached to it. Not too bad.
Small tangent. Who the fuck is L.A. Williams?
Yeah, I never heard of the artist L.A. William.
He's probably done like a billion cards.
So I have a question. Maybe this is a rules question that somebody smarter needs to answer, because we were just looking at that crown, right? What was that fucking thing? You get to move enchantment?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So if you cast Dance of the Dead on something, could you use the crown to move the Dance of the Dead onto something else?
Yeah. Oh yeah, you could. Now they got to pay the upkeep to untap it, and the thing that they animated dies.
No, but does it?
Yeah, I think it does. So I guess part of the animate the Dance of the Dead.
It just says when the aura leaves the battlefield, you sacrifice it, but the aura never leaves the battlefield.
Oh shit! Dan, this is deep tech. They're right next to each other, and how did we not see this? How did we not see this option? You animate something, and then you give this to your opponent. They have to pay 2 to untap it, and you no longer have to pay 2 to untap.
And you put it on a creature that's been mind whipped. So it costs 2 more to untap.
The mind whip creature. No. They can pay a black.
No, because then they can just pay 2 to untap.
Yeah.
Actually, Dance of the Dead is good against mind whip.
But no, yeah. So you animate something out of your graveyard, and then you give the Dance of the Dead to your opponent's creatures. So they got to pay 2 to untap.
What's Animate Dead do? Is it?
Yeah, maybe just do Animate Dead, so it's got the minus encounter instead of.
Oh shit! You can give their creatures smaller, dude.
Like, yeah, you make theirs creatures get the minus whatever the hell it is. Yeah, -1, -0. See, you play Animate Dead with Crown of Ages or Enchantment Alteration.
But aren't they just gonna block with their little creature and then your card dies?
No, I'm running Evil Eye of Orms of Gorm with freaking Heredity on it. So it's a 6/6 they can't block anyhow.
Yeah.
They were playing Savannah Lion and their 12-bolt bullshit, so it don't matter. It's a 0/0/2 anyhow.
I mean, I feel like there's all kinds of shit you could do with that. Like you could use it to just like chain every turn I'm getting back a creature from my graveyard. Or like you said, I'm going to get my creature and then I'm going to put this Dance of the Dead over on one of your things.
Well, Crown of the Ages also has me interested in like Spirit Link, because like I could put Spirit Link on your card on your turn.
Yeah.
Then on my turn, I have lifelink. See what I
But
mean?
you can only do it, and you can only do that through one cycle.
Right. But like, so I play 4 Spirit Links. So I'm like, all right, I'm just casting Spirit Links everywhere. You get a Spirit Link, you get a Spirit Link. Then I finally drop my Serendib, and I bring them over to my guy.
Yep.
Crown of the Ages is highly slept on. We're talking about a 40-cent card right here. Ice Age rare. At least I knew it was a rare.
They can
Card
tell
is
this
cool.
girl's never seen the sun because no one's played her. I mean,
Yeah,
she's
she is
super pale.
dude.
But maybe now's the time. Maybe we'll have Ram alter her with a nice tan as we start playing some Crown of the Ages.
Dude, Crown of the Ages is kind of sweet.
I think
I never thought of Dance the Dead though with enchantment alteration. That's pretty cool. Or even animate dead. This is old school. Just animate dead enchantment alteration.
Yeah, then they're gonna get small.
Animate dead. If animate dead leaves play, bury the creature. Dude, animate dead enchantment alteration. That is some sick stuff. So yeah, so enchantment alteration is a this is the you don't know about the new shit in Legends. For 1 blue, you can just move an enchantment. So it's a 1 blue instant. So you animate dead your thing, then friggin' they're about to disenchant wouldn't work. If you remember. But you move it to their creature. Still good though. Gets that -1 counter off.
No, dude, I actually got you on this, unfortunately. In the card text is enchant creature card in a graveyard.
Yeah.
So
yeah, but I mean that brought it into it's into play though.
But I can't enchant a creature card that's not in a graveyard.
But once
But
it's
that
in
would
play,
mean if you
it's
activated
just an
Tomar's
enchantment.
Crypt, does my enchanted creature card in a graveyard get exiled? Enchant a dead creature is what Dance the Dead.
But
enchant creature card in a graveyard.
Today it's called enchantment aura.
But the first line of text is enchant creature card in a graveyard.
Right.
The Serendib that your opponent owns is not in a graveyard.
Right. Well, I'm not saying you put it on their creature that's out on the battlefield.
Why not? But okay, what are you saying? I'm sorry.
So what I'm saying is you could use the Dance of the Dead with the crown to basically every turn bring your shit back from the graveyard.
Could you?
Because your creature, so you Dance of the Dead a creature, and then you move the Dance of the Dead onto another creature in your graveyard. That one comes back, and now your other creature, it doesn't get the +1/+1, but you don't have to pay the 2 to untap it anymore. And then once you
just every turn you're bringing something from the graveyard back with this?
Yeah.
Dude, this is revolutionary.
And then you can use like
why couldn't you?
Like if you've got 2 trikes in the graveyard, then you can just keep like bouncing this thing every turn, like back and forth. Or if you've got some way to like sack it or something that has like an enter the battlefield effect or something like that.
So if you have an enchantment alteration and animate dead, you can reanimate 2 targets from the graveyard.
I don't know about it.
New target enchantment must be valid. So all right, so you're right. So the new target has to be something in your graveyard because you're moving.
Yeah, it has to be enchant card in a graveyard. It can't be to your opponent.
So you brought
is better.
You brought a creature out from your graveyard earlier. Now you're gonna move it to another creature from your graveyard. The first one's still there because the enchantment hasn't left the battlefield. You're right, Jason. This is shit. I'm gonna have to cut this out of the pod so I can get a chance to the next Spice Prize at GloryCon in 2 years from now.
Yeah, so like you're basically like enchanting your entire graveyard or your opponent's entire graveyard. It doesn't really matter. You're just taking the best creatures out of the graveyard, and like every turn you're bringing it over to your side.
I see no reason this doesn't work. God, love people smarter
When
than me.
this aura enters, if it's on the battlefield, but it's not entered.
Oh,
If
so it's not
on
entering the battlefield?
it loses enchant creature card in a graveyard. So it loses that effect. I'm afraid that it doesn't work.
We're in the fucking weeds here. I don't know.
Any creature. All right, let's go back to animate dead though. So that's a little easier. And either player's graveyard comes into play on your side with a -1 counter. If enchantment is removed, or if at the end of the game target creature is removed, return to its owner's graveyard. Target creature must be killed.
So that wording.
This wording works. So it actually works in old school, but not in Alpha Alliances.
Does it though? Hold on.
No, because it says if this enchantment is removed, the creature is returned to the graveyard. So it doesn't work there.
That's not the right flavor text. I'm looking at a different flavor text that removed.
Yeah, you gotta look at the.
Yeah, I want to break magic. Come on, I've been living this long. Let's do this.
I think. Sorry for the podcast listeners. We're 10 minutes in, so I'm pretty sure. So here, this is the correct animate dead flavor text. Enchant creature card in a graveyard. When animate dead enters the battlefield, if it's on the battlefield, it loses enchant creature card in a graveyard and gains enchant creature card put onto the battlefield with animate dead. Man, that's confusing, but no, it doesn't work.
Well, what do you know?
That sucks.
All right, fuck you, Crown of Ages.
Yeah. So all of that just to say, well, those cards suck.
That's why our poor listeners listen to this pod. This kind of content of getting all excited. They've already filled their TCG cart. They've checked it out. They bought a signed one, and they're like, oh wait, never mind, it doesn't work. Yep,
That sucks, dude. That would have been cool.
as Garfield intended. Oh man.
So here, don't talk about the card that just pulled up. Don't talk about it. Keep moving. Sorry, I don't want to talk about a special card. That one we can talk about.
You don't want to talk about Faralise's supple breast?
Sacrifice a red or white creature. This creature deals damage to target equal to half the sacrifice's creature's power rounded down. What?
Yeah, you can sack a rook egg and deal half a 0.
That card is weird, but it.
What's the 8/8 wall? I mean, that's not bad. You do 4 damage.
It's an 8/8 wall. I think it's a 0/8.
No, that's oh 0. Yeah, right. Yeah, all right. Gosh, you had terrible hair.
You could put you could get any wall and put a glyph of destruction on it.
So ghostly
For a
flame.
little bit of that. All right.
Any hear me out. Any wall on the battlefield with the Fraley's bitch, 4 glyph of destructions, sack, you win the game.
Ghostly flame's pretty sick because it makes goblins colorless, right?
Jason, do you remember when your mic didn't work? You know, when we couldn't hear you talk about how good Crown of Ages and Dance of the Dead was. Can you go back to your new computer where the mic kept cutting out all the time?
It's crazy that they errated it, dude. Because like someone else did. Jason out there in the parallel universe figured this out.
Yeah, you're probably right.
And in one tournament, they allowed this to happen.
All right, what else we got here?
All right. Formation would fuck with people. I'm telling you right now. Instant speed, give something banding, draw a card next turn. No one would see that shit coming.
I mean, that's true. It only really works on block.
No one's played this thing in 20 years. And you freaking rip a freaking formation with some hell-bent emus
But this is an instant speed, but you have to attack. You have to play this before you attack.
No, but it works on block. So you could do it after they attack, and then you could formation and block.
But that's only good if they have trample.
I mean, you can pick something else and block 2 things, right? You can block 2 things.
You can always
get it all to one.
Block. You always have banding on block.
No, but they deal the damage.
The banding allows the defender to assign the damage.
You're right.
So again, you can put all the damage on your Will-O-Wisp or whatever.
Yeah.
I don't know. All right. It's pretty bad.
Hey, you get to draw a card. So that's the thing.
And you draw a card. I mean, it's
a card, but you get to draw a card. It replaces itself.
You know what this is probably good for? 1 beer. Someone's gonna buy you a beer when you pull this shit on. They're like, "Damn, I did not see it. Let me get you a drink, brother." So it's a free beer, basically.
It's definitely the only artwork with fucking ostriches on it.
Yeah, it's that Emu Shimu or whatever.
Yeah.
They're even terrifying ostriches. I don't know. I don't think.
I mean, look at that shit. Why is it 78 cents? I would have swore that was like a nickel card at most.
Yeah, why?
It's a rare.
78 cents is strong in Ice Age.
Oh shit! Is formation reserve list?
Must be, dude. It's probably some EDH combo. Like you copy it for each creature you have, and then you get to draw a bunch of cards.
So I remember dating this girl in college. It was rough.
Formation is on the reserve list, bro. In the echelon of Black Lotus, the Moxen, Wheel of Fortune, Formation.
So this card, Gaze of Pain, is pretty good if your opponent plays something like a Juzam and you have like a bunch of 1/1s. It's just kind of like a bad removal spell. It's like a draft card, dude.
There's a Fallen Empires card that has this. What is it? The Zealot?
Yeah. It's
Feral Zealot or something like that?
Yeah, it's like a weird aura.
All right, so I throw this on the guy's Juzam.
Yeah.
Oh no, creature you control attacks and isn't blocked. Never mind. Sorry. So yeah, you throw it on your evil eye and you can deal 3 damage to something or whatever. Moving on. That's not it.
Yeah, it's junk.
Junk. Goblin Ski Patrol. It has flying and +2. I mean, the flavor text is amazing. He's gonna die, but he's gonna get flying on the way out. I mean,
the flavor text.
Yeah, it's sick. All right, this
we'll just keep going. It's cool. Just keep going.
Yeah, that's your secret tech. Let's not ruin that.
It ain't my secret tech. It's just something I want to discuss at the moment.
Well, let's make somebody watch the freaking YouTube channel to figure out what that is.
Don't worry about it.
Untapped
I think we
target
already talked
permanent.
about that anyway.
Only use it. God, this is so bad. No one's ever played it. I'd love to find an HP version of this card. The Hematite Talisman.
That's the card L.A. Williams, dude. If you get an L.A. Williams signed Hematite Talisman, it's worth probably
L.A. Williams. I looked him up. He's done a boatload of shit. I apologize, Mr. L.A. He's done a ton of stuff. I didn't realize he had like buying whip and L.A. was the man for a moment. My bad. Begging him to come to our next event. We're still in 2 drops. This is insane. This is a huge freaking set.
Yep.
Incinerate's insane because like you now have Sedge Troll not scary. You've said Will-O-Wisp like 80 times during this podcast. Like, sorry, but Incinerate has something to say about your 01. Incinerate is way too good. The regeneration kind of died out after Ice Age came out. Old School changed a lot.
Icy present. I used to play this card. Beating up keeps sacrificing. What's it taste? 3. Mind Whip. Another Mind Whip card.
It's Community of Upkeep too, dude.
Ooh, that's tough.
Yeah, that's garbage.
But all right, so let's say you're running a Swamp Walk deck. You can just for one turn,
Yeah.
or Island Walk. Let's say you're running Merfolk or whatever.
But
you spend 2 all mountains or islands this turn.
bro,
Screw you.
just play Phantasmal Terrain for 2.
Play a Phantasmal Terrain.
Yeah, but they're all of them for that turn. So I mean, it really.
But you only need one.
Yeah, that's true. I'm trying. What else we got?
Dude, you know what? Hey, real quick, the best card that we've reviewed so far is Brine Shaman.
I think you're right. I
card's
think Brian
fucking
Shaman
crazy.
seems pretty strong.
Holy shit, Brine Shaman's the boy. All these other cards suck, dude.
Yeah, they just got so many like carrying attacks. Untap target permanent. Unlike at first, you must successfully cast a blue spell, have a penis 11 inches long, and your left toe must be longer than your right toes. I'm like, damn, no one's casting that.
Community of Upkeep 7.
Yeah.
Target creature gains first strike, draw a card at the beginning of your next turn. Not bad.
Lightning Blow could do some stuff.
I want to build a deck with the Urza lands so that I can have like an Urza's Tower or whatever, and then I cast a colored spell and I tap the tower for 3 to pay the talisman to untap the tower, and then that's just the
For
end of
3.
it.
Nice. Put a wild growth on the tower, dude.
Ooh!
Whoa! Damn, broke it again. All right. Untap target artifact opponent controls and gain control until the end. Yeah. If artifact, artifact creature you can attack. It's kind of cool with an ATOG, right? She's just a straight wizard. You could just grab their shit every turn and sack it to your ATOG. The Magus of the Unseen.
Yeah, that's cool.
A
Cool
1/1.
They just play the Mox Monkey instead, but that's kind of like a cool little. Cool. If you wanted to do something different, play Magus of the Unseen with ATOG. That's cool.
Yeah, Magus of the Unseen, ATOG, and just keep taking their freaking sushis over and over again. Just smack the thing.
And like they just use Mox Monkey to get rid of 0 cost. Like this can get rid of books and shit.
Oh yeah, absolutely. Not terrible.
Nature's Lore, just play it in like just cut forest and play Nature's Lore. It's insane. You can play less lands with Nature's Lore.
I always forget about Nature's Lore, but it's so good.
I play it a lot actually in our little weird like
You
monitoring
can search
events and stuff
Tigers
like
up,
that.
dude. And they're untapped. It really only costs 1 because the land's untapped. Pit Trap is the best card to lose in Ante because the dude's just, it's like POV jerking off.
He's married though, at least.
It's some of the coolest artwork, but holy shit, you just want to play that Ante so bad. Insane artwork. Pyroclasm, I'm like working on our cousin Brandon. He only plays, oh dude, that's an insane card.
Sorry, didn't mean to. Let's go back to Pyroclasm before we fell on that.
Yeah, so Pyroclasm
2
is
damage to every creature.
It's a
Yes.
card that has like Community of Upkeep. You give your opponent like a 1/1, but it's a 2-mana 4/4. So we haven't gotten to him yet, but like Pyroclasm, like there's just like a lot of, it just gets rid of all the aggro decks, and so you don't have to only play it in the deck with the Community of Upkeep. This card also is like really good against like necro decks. It's good against really
It reminds me of every time I played D&D. This was me here holding the torch, coming around the corner. There's a giant fucking dude about to just destroy me. Yeah, that was my history of D&D. Yeah,
But
what does
this? I want to hear
What does
Jason's good at the
Phantasmal
game.
Mount do?
This card is insane. Jason, is this card not way too good?
I don't know. I don't know what it does.
Phantasmal Mount.
2 or less.
Target creature you control with toughness 2 or less gets +1 and gains flying until the end of the turn. When this creature leaves the battlefield this turn, sacrifice that creature.
So, give your freaking ATOG +1/+1 and flying.
Give your like merfolks +1. Give your white knight +1. Savannah Lions +1. If you were to play this like a
What do we have in
Lion-
hand? I mean, it's a lot of stuff you can get flying for one last turn and just freaking take them out.
it's like a Crusade, dude.
Yeah, that's not bad. I mean, it's okay. I like. I don't know. It's all right.
Yeah, I mean, that's the problem. There's a lot of all right cards. I don't know. I should probably play Ice, like what is it, Ice Age and Alliances only or something like that. Seizure, that's
is
pretty
really good, dude.
Seizure's strong with Mind Whip. It's like an
Yeah.
additional Mind Whip target.
In case anyone
Hey.
doesn't know, Mind Whip is the best anti-deck.
Yeah, we're not there yet. We're still in 2 costs. All this shit only costs 2. It's insane. How long? Oh, there we go. And 3s are down here. All right, we're almost to the end.
We're making progress.
Sorry to the audience who's hanging in there.
A cool. You want to know a cool little secret on Aegis of the Meek artwork? If you go down one row. So it's a target 1/1 creature gets +1/+2. So it's doing Pendlehaven's effect, but it has the Mox.
Yeah, it's
Mox
got the Mox
Emerald.
Emerald in his sword. Oh, that's cool.
Yeah,
Oh,
so
that's
he's doing it's the Pendlehaven effect. So it's like a green effect.
Okay.
It's yeah. So they knew in 1995 that the best thing green does is Pendlehaven.
I'm not buying that this is actually his hair.
He's a Jedi,
That's
dude.
that's a weave. I'm just saying.
He's a Jedi.
Even the meek have a fighting chance. Very true.
They only have a fighting chance because of Pendlehaven.
Yeah,
If it
Pendlehaven's
wasn't for
there.
that card, they did it. Even the Pendlehaven have a fighting chance. Bury
Oh,
target
Jesus.
wall. Let's go.
Oh my god, it's about worse my nightmare right there.
Yeah, if someone
it's
were to
casting
play-
cost. I mean, imagine if that did damage equal to its defense. Oh my god, I would be dead so many times.
Yeah, the best walls cost like 2 and 3.
Yeah. I mean,
Well,
the huge
wall
defense.
storage cost 4.
All right, I think we've kind of murdered the
One more. It costs 4 though. One more card to talk about.
What's that?
Martin Stormgold. It's a red and Fire Covenant maybe, but no, we can keep
Well,
going.
no, I mean we can do. Let's do another pod where we talk about the 3s and 4s and all that stuff, man. I don't know.
All right, that's fair.
Yeah, and there's a lot of stuff in here. I'm coming up with ideas as I'm going through these things. These are cool cards.
What's your guys' favorite so far? I said mine's Brine Shaman. What about you guys?
Oh my god, hang on. I got the bathroom. I'm gonna think about it. See what Jason's got.
What
I don't
are you
know.
thinking, Jason?
I don't know. I have a really hard time with ice or with alpha to alliances and all that because like I just don't know the cards. I don't have any like I don't have a whole lot of nostalgia for these cards, so I have a really hard time remembering what the fuck they do. To be completely honest. So far, yeah, I don't know.
I'm weird, man. I'd rather like get on the Decked app and like read cards from Ice Age before I would like look at like Instagram. I love just like memorizing these sets, dude.
Yeah,
I don't know.
I do remember when I was a kid that Shield of the Ages. I think that was one of the cards that must have been in the first couple packs of Ice Age that I opened because I would jam that in every deck that I had. It's so bad.
That's a Fallen Empires card, dude.
Or,
Isn't it?
no, Shield of the. It's on the screen right there.
Oh shit. Okay, my bad. I was thinking there's another shield. Prevent 1 damage to you.
Yeah.
I don't know. That's not too bad.
I don't know. It was good in our little neighborhood format. But then again, nobody knew what they were doing. So
Yeah, it sucks that there's some cards that are just so powerful, like Incinerate. Or is it Disintegrate? Sorry, my bad. Disintegrate. Or like Tinderwall that just like take the win.
mm-hmm.
Like, there's a lot of cool cards, but like you also just made a lightning bolt that stops Sedge Troll. Like, holy shit.
Yeah, it's hard to beat. We didn't talk about Mystic Remora, which I do kind of dig. I'm still in the Jeweled Emulant. Favorite from tonight.
The Jeweled Bird's cool. I always call the deck. I always play decks called the 4-drop gift shop, where you just play a ton of 4-drops. Got like Urnum, Suchi, Juggernaut, If Biff. A lot of good 4-drops. Juzam Jin. Or no, yeah. And then like Serendib Jin. That would be a good card for that deck. It's like 1 turn sooner.
Man, I wish you knew. Arctic Fox could be cool if everyone was on snow-covered lands, but they won't be. Yeah,
No.
Tinderwall is my favorite. Obviously, it's so freaking good. It's been
Tinderwall should cost 2. 1 mana.
it's so good at 1. It's just I love freaking Tinderwall, but I don't know. That's kind of a shitty answer, honestly.
Well, if you don't want to play black and Ante and you want a good deck like red-green Tinderwall with the Orcish Lumberjacks, dude, that's a solid, very competitive deck.
Mm-hmm.
Magus of Unseen. I can see myself playing a Magus of Unseen deck. Gaining your artifacts, sacking them in ATOG. I think that's cool.
Yeah. I like Nature's Lore. That's going to be my pick for what we've talked about today. That card's so fucking stupid.
I've played it every time we did Mono Green in the Woods.
Yep.
We gonna do that again this year?
If you were playing, yeah, we're gonna do that this summer for sure. If you were doing a Curd Ape deck in Ante, what if you played a 1 Taiga with Nature's Lure?
Yeah, you got a 1 in 60 chance of it being an anti card, and you got a 1 in 2 chance of losing it. So it's like 1 in 120 really chance of losing that Taiga.
Damn, I know we always split after 11, but yeah, that is actually, we'll have to hit the group chat up because next up is the Battle for Concordant Crossroads. So we usually do that in July. So everyone start thinking about mono green. Activated abilities of artifacts only on the Soldavari Mechanist, dude. Would be so good to use to cast like your books or trikes, but no.
Have to add 2 colors, then this only activate the abilities of artifacts. Gosh.
It's rough. Like you can use it for book. Like to activate book, not to cast.
Well, you can use it on a freaking candelabra.
Candelabra only has 1. You can take 1 mana burn.
Yeah, and tap 2 additional land. I don't know. Yeah, he needs to hit a barber up, change that shit up.
Yeah, once you go ball like that, shave your head.
Oh man, all right. Well, hey, this is a good time, man. I appreciate it. I needed the break in life. This was good stuff.
2 hours in, and we got to the 2 drops, dude.
Yeah, we got through 2 drops, and I think we solved this new format. Good stuff.
Mind whip.
We could have been talking about all this shit. We could have been talking about NoobCon and the Kumite. Instead, we were deep on Mind Whip and Crown of Ages. I like it.
We're gonna have to talk about like not today, of course, but like that's a good point. We do have Concordant Crossroads coming up. Like it'll be here before we know it. We got to come up with something.
What do you think about mono green alpha through alliances?
What about, all right, no. So I do like 93 to 95, which includes Mirage.
Down with it.
Alpha
Big
through
card for
Mirage.
mono green only.
Mono green, Alpha through Mirage.
That's it.
No visions, no other shit. You just get Mirage. It was starting to get crazy in Mirage, but it didn't get all the other stuff. And that was the end of 1996, I guess, right? Yeah, 93 to 96. Or 95. 93 to 95, yeah.
I don't care. Whatever.
Let's do only mono green. Last year we allowed other colors, just mono green. We're in the woods, dude.
Yeah.
Let's go mono green throw Mirage. I think that's funny. I don't know. I don't even know what's in Mirage and green.
It ain't hard.
Probably the
Let's
most
just lock it
broken
in right
green
now.
shit ever.
Alpha through Mirage, mono green.
Alpha
Perfect.
through Mirage, mono green. All right, coming up. All right.
Coming up, July.
So
we got
we're
a
what?
month and a half.
Middle of May. We
All
got
right.
June and July. All right, that sounds good.
Awesome.
All right, guys. Well, hey, that's another pod, another banger, I'm sure.
All right, boys.
Yep, we did it. All right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Much better day at work. Appreciate it. Later.